Confirmed cases seem to be gradually reducing as the new directives from the president take immediate effect. With faith and hope, most, if not all Kenyans are finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. This is Pulse COVID Survivor Series. We had a chance to interact with some COVID-19 survivors and a representative of the hospitality industry in Kenya, and these are their stories.
My name is Roberto Simone. I'm the general manager of Kempinski Villa Rosa e Olare Mare Kempinski. Until the end of January, we perceived COVID like just a Chinese method, let's put it that way. And in the end of February, let's say, we saw the COVID expanding around the world. And when we came in Kenya, the first week of March, I remember, despite in Kenya we're not yet registered any cases, we start to receive a cancellation. In 1 week, we saw the business on the book of the next 3 months, we see vaporized for 95% of the value, because of course 80% of our demand comes from abroad. Many countries start to proceed with the border limitation. Some went in a lockdown like Italy. So these affected generally the consumer sentiment around the world.
I'm very okay. Initially, after the testing, a few days after, I used to have some headaches, but now I'm very okay. I'm actually working from home. I've been teaching, I've been having online classes, I've been attending meetings.
The only challenge I have is I really do not have strength. I'm doing a lot of exercise, but even few things that I used to do with ease, I can't. I can't carry a 20-liter jerrycan. I'll be breathing so heavily. I can't run. I thought I was so strong. When I tried running, I couldn't go for 6 steps. I felt like all the energy was gone. Except for that, everything else has come back to normal. My appetite is back. I can smell from a distance though. It takes me long. A few days ago, even food would get burnt in the kitchen and I can't tell unless I see the smoke. But generally, I'm doing well.
Our primary strategy was to protect the business entity. And to protect the business entity, this would have implied that all of us should have done some sacrifice. So we preferred to, let's say, sacrifice in a certain way some salary, part of our salary. We went in 2 weeks paid and 2 weeks unpaid, all of us, and protected the employment for everybody, of course. This we did for the first 3 months. And then after, when COVID continued to worsen in terms of economic impact, we had to go for the first redundancy, always with the primary goal to protect the business entity.
The treatment process has left me with a lot of lessons and experiences to share. Number one, I felt sick in the house in the night. By the time I was realizing I need to get checked at a hospital, it's when I woke up at around 4 p.m. Trying to get to hospital, the hospitals were closing early because of curfew. So I didn't get treated the first day. The second day, I go to a hospital and because I've been out of work, my NHIF is not working. They do not recognize my insurance cover either. And I really felt like maybe something ought to have been done differently, because I was just asking myself, if the government has been receiving funding or the government has been setting aside funds to support COVID, then why is it so difficult for the government to load that on our NHIF cards so that we just get tested?
When the economy will be back, let's say there is a general consensus that the V-shape or U-shape recovery will not touch emerging economy immediately. Because emerging economy, we are peripheral to the world demand. It will take at least 2 years. Sorry to give bad news, but it will take the entire 2021 to tune up and good part of 2022 to come, let's say, at the previous COVID level.
I heard of the COVID millionaires. I heard of people who have made it big due to COVID. Congratulations to those whose businesses have thrived and done so well because of Corona. But a very big sorry to those that may have made it big, those that may have fattened their accounts unscrupulously and using unjustified means just because of the despair that the world has been ushered into due to COVID-19. And if today I am here in an incomplete house in the cold, out of job and out of events and income cut to negative beyond zero, and somebody is reaping from that, my message to you will be, this life has an end. All of us will one day die. But the legacy we leave behind is the contribution we made to society when we had opportunity. And when that comes, you might just look back and realize that you amassed everything that you would lay your hands on against the happiness and against the comfort and against the lives lives of many, but you wouldn't go far with it.
Embezzlement of funds meant for fighting COVID is immoral, is uncalled for, and especially when some of them were donations from people like Jack Ma. I would really want to urge our government and the people who are in charge of this that Kenyans are looking up to you. Kenyans have been affected by the crisis, and Kenyans are just calling for you to just do what is right. Do the right thing. I want to tell those people in government, COVID does not discriminate. It doesn't look at those who are poor, those who are not working. So you may be stealing today, but you may be caught the following day, even with COVID itself. Because I'm sure some of those people who took the money, if they are to get infected today, they have COVID and they are taken to some of our public hospitals. They may not like it. They should think of humanity more than the economic empowerment. It really doesn't help. When people die and you could have saved them, it doesn't help.
At the end of the day, the only positive thing we can get out of this is the experience that we are sharing with the world. So given opportunity to share this experience is something that we should really appreciate.
The message is not only for Kempinski, it's for Kenya in reality. It's a fact this country is one of the countries with the lowest death ratio in COVID. A lot has been done by our government, of course. I think we have done well until now. They should not stop to travel and come in Kenya, which for sure in Africa, one of the safest countries when it comes to COVID protocol. The numbers are there, I'm not inventing. And life must go on. We should not stop to live for this one, absolutely. We have to think of the future, absolutely.
With faith and hope, most, if not all Kenyans are finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. This is Pulse COVID Survivor Series.